Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning back into the podcast. I really appreciate it. First and foremost, I would like to thank everyone who showed support. That means a lot to me. It means a lot that everybody's checking in and congratulating me. This is my second one. Woo, 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 woo. So, I mentioned before that you must reward yourself. So, I did have a ice cream sandwich. That was my treat, and it was pretty good. It was cookies and cream ice cream sandwich. So once again, reward yourself when you do well. Um, I watched myself. I played it back several times, and I noticed that throughout the podcast, I was saying a lot. After each phrase, I would say um. So I'm gonna work. I just did it. I'm gonna work on that. That is something that I'm gonna be conscious about. Um, there I go again. Those are the things that you have to focus on. Is watch yourself, find out what doesn't look right, then fix it on post production. A lot of people also probably are curious if I am trying to bring awareness to people that already do podcasts. No, I'm talking primarily to solo podcasting people, people that are actually attacking this by themselves. Most podcasts that I watch, everyone has a team. I see the lighting, I see the cameraman, I see the mixer, the person handling the mixer board. So these people that have teams, are going to look a lot different than what I'm doing, because this is for the solo podcaster who sits at home and dreams of being a podcaster, a content creator, has no team, or can't afford a team, and decide to do this on their own. Now, affording someone to do a podcast can be quite expensive one time, or if they just charge you a really inexpensive price, you need to use them multiple times. So eventually, in the long run, you're going to be paying out for a team to handle the podcast. And then there's scheduling. You have to make sure that everyone's coordinated. The cameraman, the mixer, the lighting guy, everyone has to be in sync, and sometimes schedule conflicts is a problem. So that's why I decided to go full on as a sole podcaster. So thank you for tuning in to Powercast Mind Your Business, where I teach you, show you, and guide you on how to start podcasting, or possibly help you run your business at the same time solo. It's inexpensive and it's a lot of fun because you get to know yourself, you get to challenge yourself. Whereas if you have a team, then basically everyone does the work for you. So the subjects I'm going to touch on today are very important to get started. Two things that worried me today, so I figured let me discuss that and make it episode 2, Chronicles 2, whatever I decide to call it. And one is the age-old question: why is it that family does not support you in your business, or they don't buy anything from you, or they don't watch your podcast? Why is that? And also, the next thing that I will be discussing today is the equipment. It seems that people they were impressed, they were influenced, and they were ready to go based on some comments. So the first thing is you have to have equipment. So I'm thinking maybe if I let you guys know what type of equipment I like, if you like my setup, then you can follow me along, because that's basically what I'm doing. I am starting a podcast. I don't have a podcast. I'm learning how to build a podcast, and I'm taking you guys along for the ride with me. So this is a lot of fun. I can't stop. I'm excited. I got all the jitters off of me from yesterday, because yesterday was nerve-wracking, as it should be. I'm a human being. So the nerves of doing your first and actually evaluating yourself is a very difficult thing. But for me, I was up for the challenge. So here we are, y'all. Mind your business. I'm going to start with, why is it that family members don't support you, buy from you, or watch your podcast? Now, I'm not talking from experience. No, I'm not talking from my siblings. They have their own business, so they understand. I'm pretty sure that they are experiencing the same thing, and most people that run a business have the same issue. Let's start off with the first problem, or the first reason, I guess I should say, is familiarity breeds complacency. Family members, they see you as the same person. Cuz, brother, sister, uncle. So they undervalue your growth. They don't see the potential that everyone else sees, because they know Rod. And as far as they know, Rod was a fuck up when he was a teenager. So therefore, anything that he's doing in his adult world, he's probably gonna fuck that up too, because familiarity breeds complacency. And that's all that is. This will be a big killer for most of you out there who start a podcast and post your first video, or start a business and push your product and market yourself on Facebook or Instagram. You won't get any support from family. And that can bother a person, because their feelings are involved into this product, this business, this podcast. And that's one thing that I've learned in business is, fuck your feelings. In business, there are no feelings. But when it comes to family members, you default to feelings because they're family members. So you want to get out of feeling that family doesn't want to support you because they don't like you. There are some families that have issues, like they don't take you serious. You're a jokester, or you're an alcoholic, or you're a drug addict, and you've cleaned yourself up, or you're just smart enough to know that this new digital world has taken over. So you dive into this world of building a podcast, and you want the support from your family, but you're just not getting it. And that's because they don't take you serious. That's just another reason. Also, this is just a reality. There's jealousy within the family, because they are insecure about themselves. So anything that you do to show that you're succeeding or progressing or growing makes them jealous. And that's with anyone. It's not just because they're your family members. That's with anyone. But it may just happen to be your brother. It may happen to be your sister. It could be anyone. So don't focus too much on what family members how they respond. Don't put too much on how they respond, because you're going to get your feelings hurt. Okay. And also, one of the main things that I hear a lot from business owners is they don't have a relationship with their family because they're not supporting their business. And the reason why is because the family members expect freebies. They expect you to give them. I don't mind giving my family a freebie if they ask for it. But family members honestly expect you to send them a jar of shea butter without them even asking. That's what you're supposed to do, because you have a business, you're making money, you're successful. Gimme, where's mine? Right? I don't have that problem that I know of. I don't think I do have. No, I don't feel it in my family. Not saying I'm different and special, but I just don't feel it in my family, and they must hide it very well. If they expect the freebies and I'm not giving it to them. Even my granddaughters, I love them to death. I know they don't have any money, but when I did give them one, they never asked for another one. So I guess they're expecting me to give them another one. I don't know. But these are the facts. And when you have a podcast, you don't give them a shout out. I don't ever hear people, well, not ever. It's rare that I hear people shout out their family members unless they are very, very, very close, or they have helped them build the business. Because most of the time, shout outs are given to people outside the family that see value in you. So why am I giving a shout out to my family? Just because they're my family. But that's what family expects. Just do it because we're family. It shows loyalty. You see? Oh, wow. But this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you started. And in order to get you started on a solo adventure, being a content creator, when I say solo, I mean setting up everything by yourself and running your own show. This is what you have to deal with. You're going to deal with family. I figured I'll talk about this early in my podcast journey and get that out the way, because I want that to be highlighted. So when you do post, if I encourage you and you post right away and you think family is going to be there for you and they're not, I don't want you to get discouraged. I don't want you to give up. I don't want your feelings hurt. Get your feelings out of this. This has nothing to do with your feelings, because some family members are just envious of you. They're regular people, They're not doing something and you are. That's envy. People make envy seem so harsh, but it's just an emotion, and we all have it. Let me see. Who am I envious of? I'm envious of my wife, because she's so zen. She's so peaceful. I wish that I could be peaceful. I don't have that. I'm envious. It's not a bad thing. So just understand that some family members are envious of you because of their unfulfilled goals. And that's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. Nothing. They're regular people. So with that being said, focus on the people that support you. The outside people, not your relatives or family members. The outside people that look at you and they see value in what you're doing. Focus on them and not focus on the people that are not adding value to you or watching your podcast. You need subscribers. And if your family members aren't subscribing, you don't need to worry about them. You need to worry about, how can I get subscribers? If you have a product and family members are not buying it, you need to worry about, how can I sell this product to more people? I just needed to touch on that, and you're gonna experience it. So don't jump off of a roof just because you're riding solo and you're succeeding. It's the way it is, you know. So, ooh, I would like to add this as well. I watched a podcast, and I wouldn't do it, but I would add this to things of not to do for me. Do not talk about yourself. No one wants to watch a podcast and learn about you. They're watching a podcast so they can get information to help them. They're looking for you to solve a problem. You are the professional, or you are the one that's intelligent. You are the one that's smart, right? That's why they're tuning in to you. So let me move this out the way here. So, therefore, no one wants to hear about you. Just remember that. You will bore the hell out of them. That's another platform. It's not your podcast. Unless your podcast is specifically designed about something that you're going through, such as talking about losing your mom and how to handle grief. I need to talk about that so you guys can understand that I understand what grief is before I give you any direction on how to deal with grief. So in those situations, yeah, but for the most part, stay away and refrain from talking about yourself. No one wants to hear about you. Okay? Solve a problem. Make sure that you have people interested in you because you have something they want to hear. They trust you. They feel safe around you, listening to you. You know, it might be in the middle of the night when they're by themselves and they need help with something. And you, as a 55 plus, have all the answers for these young people who are looking for answers. So, that part. So, and another thing I learned too, I learned that I need to take a break. Take a break in between. Do a commercial about excuse me, about my product. I started this podcast because it was on my bucket list of things to do, of a thing to do. And I happened to just jump down a rabbit hole, and here I am. However, I run a business. So this is working out great for me because I don't have a marketing team. I cannot afford a marketing team. And marketing I hate it because it's a lot of work. Posting every day, taking pictures, mainly videos of my product. How many different ways can I take a picture of my product? And posting and saying something all the time about the same product, for me, gets to be uninteresting. And I know it is for most people. So I wasn't a fan of social media and posting all the time. Once you do it, then you understand what I'm saying, that it's just too much. And you must be posting 2-3 times a day, depending on what goal you're trying to reach. If you're trying to reach a large audience to surf your website, you have to keep, do a call. You have to give them a call to action to lead them to your website, and then on your website you have to lead them into the cart to buy something. So it becomes really like too much for me, and because I have to manufacture my product, and that takes a lot of my time. So marketing has little time in my day, and it's best that I give it none at all. However, with this podcast, it is allowing me to market my product. So what I was saying is, I'm going to take breaks in between, and throw in a commercial. Those of you that know me, I have some great editing skills, and I did all the flashy stuff. I did all the illusion, the green screen, and I'm pretty magical with my software. I have a great relationship with Adobe After Effects. Shout out to Adobe After Effects. Premiere Pro, I'm working on that. But anywho, um, I had great videos, and I just thought about it. My brain is starting to work now that I'm doing this podcast. This is a great platform for me to market my product, but not too much. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to solve a problem, and that's people of the age of 55 starting a podcast by themselves. How to get started. To get a team, that's easy. Ching, ching, ching. That's all you need. But when you don't have the money, and like I do, you have to find the time, and my time is very valuable. So I'm going to show you. Well, you're watching me, so this is what I go through every day. I have to sit here, make sure I find the right content, which I do because I'm taking you on a journey about building a podcast. So there's levels, there's steps, and you guys are going to see it's quite a bit of a process to get here. For me to sit in this chair with cameras, mic, and everything going, it took a lot. But I was somewhat tech savvy. I'm very familiar around knowing my way around the platform. So I had a little head start there, which allows me to be a little knowledgeable about some of this stuff that I share with you. Okay, most of it I research, and then I deliver it, package it up, and deliver it to you. So that is what I would like to discuss now, and that is what type of equipment I have. I'm not going to tell you what type of equipment to use, because then that would be a challenge. We will start challenging each other. You'll tell me, well, that's not a good camera. That's not a good brand. This mic is better than that. I'm not telling you what equipment to get or have. I'm telling you what equipment I have. And as you can see, I'm functioning pretty feng shui-ish. Everything is flowing. I have my camera, my lights, my mic, my audio. Boom. Everything's good. Lighting, everything's good. Oh, I didn't turn a light on. I wonder how that looks. See, I forgot a light. And all of that is just anxiety and nervousness and rushing, But I'm going to learn to take my time, look around, and get things done. But I have so much stuff to do today. I have a lot of orders to mail out. So I was put in a rush on it. And I had to get my hair done, the back of my hair done. So anyway, enough about me. No one wants to hear about me. Let's start with the equipment. First things first. Let's see. I'm going to take you through some of the equipment that I have. For one, I should have printed it out. That would have been so professional. But what I do have, ladies and gentlemen, is a wireless microphone. I'm going to get into that. The wireless microphone is probably hands down the best piece of equipment I have. And we'll get into that. Okay? So, first you want to get you microphones. I cannot tell you which kind of mic to get. Amazon has podcast mics. Try it for yourself. That's the one thing I would never do. I'm talking about the condenser microphones. I'm talking about these heavy duty babies. They require certain cables that connect to sound cards or mixers. So that's something to think about if you want to go that route. I have a sound card. Let me show you that. For those of you that can see, I have a sound card. I don't use it because I have wireless mics, and they work fantastic. Did I say fantastic? I sure did. So we're gonna get into that. But pick your mic out. Everyone is different. Everyone's an entertainer, so everyone wants a certain style of mic, and that's one area that I'm just not familiar with. So yeah, take that and run with it. Amazon, and start from there. Mics are not that expensive. They come in a set actually with all the podcast accessories. So and let's see here. The microphone stands. My microphone stands here. I have one of them right here. You can actually place the bad boy right here, and it's right in front of you. There's no arm to get in the way of your pictures and your videos. But I don't like this one because my mic was too heavy and it kept leaning with the chance of it falling if I just hit it. And I didn't want that mistake during videotaping. So I left that alone. That one costs $24.95. $24.95 if you want to go that route. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I just bought mics that were too damn heavy, and in the process, the stand would lean, and it was kind of scary. And I didn't want my focus to be on on a stand, because that emotion of being scared can stay with you through the whole podcast. You won't worry about nothing else but the stand falling, and I wouldn't be able to get my content out. Okay, and the next one we have here is the cables for the mic. Cables run you around $28, $30. So depending on what mic, I'm not going into what kind of cable because I don't know what kind of mic you're getting. You know what? I keep looking straight ahead because yesterday the camera was right here, and when I do my mock videos, the camera is usually right here. This time it's here, it's up there, and it's over here. I swear to you guys, I'm looking straight ahead as if I'm looking into a camera, and there's nothing there. It gets better. You know, I'm having so much fun. So let's start with the rope lights. Yes. We'll go into that. We'll talk about the rope lights. The rope lights, those are 32-inch, 8-foot RGB LED strip lights. App control. They have a remote. They're great for outdoor and waterproof. And they actually have music syncing. It's flexible, and it's DIY designed for any room. I like it. I love it. It's one of my favorite amenities to my podcast. I made it myself. I swear, this is no lie. When I was setting up my podcast, and I got the lights, I didn't know what kind of design I wanted. I did not have nothing in my head. And the first design I saw was like a heartbeat. And I thought that was so cool because I don't know. I don't even have a reason why. There I go, looking at the board again. Cameras are all over. 3 cameras, and I'm looking at the board. Oh my. I guess that's my safety, my comfort zone is straight ahead. I don't know. Okay, I can see the camera. I don't know why I'm not looking at it. Anyway, so that one is $32.99 for the rope lights. You gotta have it. You gotta have it. If I were you, I would get 2. Yeah, then you can do so much more and have so much fun and create such a different look than anyone else out there. So, no one asked. Okay. Let me do that. And now we're going to do the camera lights. These camera lights are $69.99. Let me tell you, these lights are rechargeable, 360 degrees. You can turn them. They have full color gamut. I don't know what that means, but I'm just telling you, it has 9 light effects. LED light, and it's aluminum. And it has adjustable tripod stand. I would look into that. I have 2 of them. And I'm so glad that I went out and took a chance on getting two when I ordered it because I needed both of them. So they're great to have. Trust me. Like I mentioned, going over some of the things that I have, which will hopefully get you started. And I'm going to throw the links down below so you can find these on Amazon. All right. And what else do we have? Oh, we have the 2-pack LED video light kit. Now these are studio lights. They're dimmable. They're great for photography, lighting, and they come with a tripod, a stand, and a phone holder. Yes, very good. I don't use them as much as I should. I thought I would need a lot of light to focus on this ugliness here, but apparently I didn't need a lot of light for what I'm doing. I shouldn't have this overhead light on. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. You do not want to work with an overhead light. You want to use the lighting that surrounds you and focuses on certain areas. That's another thing I actually forgot to do was turn off the lights. Never mind. So anyway, those video lights cost approximately $30 a piece. So yeah, a great tool to have. Now let's talk about the digital camera. The digital camera. I have a 48 MP. I don't know what that means. I'm just reading the script here. It has Wi-Fi, app control, and it is 4K. We have autofocus, and it's great for vlogging and YouTube with a 16x zoom. And it has a 32 gigabyte TF card, which I have to use each and every time I finish recording. Once I finish recording, I remove the battery and charge it right away. That's the first thing I do when I stop recording and I'm ready to upload information from the camera. I remove the battery, I put it in the charger, I take my card, and I upload it to the computer, all the video that I did at that time. Now, after I transfer it to my computer, I erase it from the card, TF card, immediately. And the reason why I do that, because if you put it back in the camera to re-record, your camera is gonna stop recording because the memory is gonna be full. So that tells me I just need more memory. I have 32 gigabyte. I think I'm gonna have to shoot this bad boy up to like 100 and something, based on the how long I do my videos. So the cameras are $149, and I have 3 of them. So I would recommend starting with 2. 2 is great. You want to have some flexibility and movement in your podcasts. You want to be able to play with camera view. If you don't know how to work a platform, let me know. I could guide you. I could talk about it after my podcast and guide you along the way and show you how easy it is to work with 2 cameras and switch back and forth like this. It's easy. Trust me. Okay, now the tripods that the camera sits on, I love them. I love the look. They're durable, they're pretty, and they can hold your cell phone. They are aluminum, very professional, heavy duty camera tripod, and has a carrying bag, and it's very necessary. If you have 2 cameras, get 2 tripods. If you have 3 cameras, get 3 tripods. And the tripods cost $36.99 a piece. I will once again post the links on the bottom so you can find these items and start building your podcast right away. This is for those that are solo podcasters like myself who cannot afford a team who cannot afford wasting their time on a team getting together because everyone's schedule is different, and then they don't match with your schedule, and you never get it done. You never get it done. So take control of your life and start your own solo podcast. You'll thank me later. Okay, here's the last thing that I did get. And I asked AI, I said, AI, I'm creating this podcast and the room looks like this, and I want this in my room. I mean, I don't know what I want. You tell me. So AI suggested this bookshelf. This bookshelf is from IKEA. It's called a Kallax, Kallax, and it is $139. AI also said, in the back of you, you want to have something that you feel safe around, things that you're familiar with, things that bring you joy. So that way you don't have to worry about, or you feel invincible because you have something in the back of you that you're familiar with and it feels like family and friends. And that would be my books and my LPs. Those are the two things that I feel very comfortable around and I must have. If I move to a house and I have no furniture, you better believe the first thing I'm bringing in is my books and my albums. And I also have a Bluetooth turntable, which is great. So it's active, baby, in here. Trust me. I'm very active on the LPs. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And also the monitors. I had these monitors. They cost me, I believe it was $220 off of Sweetwater. Pick and choose which monitors you want based on connections, based on, I don't know if you're hooking up to the computer, you're hooking up to an amp. That would be your choice. But Sweetwater, and once again, I'll have the link down below so you guys can check it out. Okay. So that's it for me. I just wanted to go ahead and touch on those two things today. It seems like I got a flow. I can feel myself just kind of relaxing a lot and flowing and not worrying about the next episode. Yesterday, I was so worried about can I actually do another episode, because I see a lot of people that post a podcast or a video and you don't see them anymore, or they go from this very high quality podcast to something very small. So I would like to help everyone take charge and become a solo podcaster. Brand yourself. This is all about branding yourself. This is the digital world. 55 and over. The industrial world is over. Going to work, going to college, finding a job, and going to work every day, those days are over. This is now the digital world. Become the 1%. Don't be the 99% that's lacking behind because they are afraid. That's lacking behind because they don't want to get out of their comfort zone. That's lacking behind because they don't have any value. They have an imposter syndrome. They don't think that they're worthy. Are you that person? Obviously, I'm not. And all it took for me was to set all this up and push the record button. And once I did that, it's game on, baby. It's easy peasy. So I'm having a good time now. I believe it or not, I found my flow. I went to sleep with this on my mind. I couldn't wake up so I can get started. And I'm researching different topics to talk about. And I was just overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed with so much information. But that was a good thing. And here I am. I narrowed it down to why family doesn't support you, and talk about the equipment. See how easy that was? Now, tomorrow I'll pick another topic which will be just as interesting. I'm sure it will. But once again, my job is to make sure that I help people out that was like me. Old, afraid, um, scared that people are gonna say you're not intelligent, you don't sound professional, you know, uh, you don't know what you're talking about. I was afraid of that. But then I said, what the hell? It's on my bucket list. I wasn't gonna take it off. So the only way I could take it off is to do this. So here I am. So everybody, as you know, I honestly think that I could keep this thing going for quite some time. And welcome to my podcast, where I teach you how to mind your business, how to mind your business, how to mind your business. And I just want to make sure that you come back and please subscribe. I saw a lot of views, and subscription only moved up 2 people. So that was 44 people that viewed the podcast but did not subscribe. I'm begging you to help someone else out then. If you're not going to help yourself, if you don't want to subscribe for you, then subscribe to help someone else out. Pass this along to them so we can all walk into this digital world together as seniors. I hopefully can build a community of senior people, and we can talk and ask stupid questions and not feel dumb. And, just love on one another. And that's my goal. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Mind Your Business, and stay strong, stay smart, mind your business. Got that out the way.